that's great news, but wait, what do you mean but? This what?
Leading vote getter.
I'm the leading vote getter?
Yeah.
That's fantastic, man. That means I'm captain. I get to pick one of the teams. Oh my God.
Oops, I ran here. It's a long hallway.
Charlie, how far did you run from?
I'm NPR, man. Leave me alone. I don't know what you want.
Get some more cardio, man.
Congratulations, though.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Whew.
The buildings of Indianapolis are location tonight, framed against the beautiful nighttime sky. Now it's ended down to David Aldridge, standing by from the side.
Well, Kevin Durant is much improved as a defender and
a two-way player to be sure, DA. Thanks. Well, Chris, some teams already realize a championship just is not going to be in their future this season. How should those kind of teams approach the rest of the season?
Give your best.
Right, yeah.
Give your all. We're competitors. This is the NBA, the greatest league in the world, the greatest basketball players assembled.
Whoa!
Goodness.
Come on.
Woo. Wow. That's how to throw it down with a flourish. Guys, windmill that baby home.
Oh, you're right, and he does it on the reverse just for good measure. A brief moment here to recognize a player that's really been getting it done. He's earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
And the way that he has been able to kind of create something out of nothing for his teammates has been remarkable. Fantastic and timely passing combined with his vision is something that all players should aspire to have.
Such a smart read by Curry. He has an uncanny ability to know whenever one of his guys is open.
That's tipped. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. It's stolen by Green. Inside. And the call will be against Sabonis. That is his first foul of the game. AI in the post, defended by Durant. The shot's good from Evans.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine.
Here's Durant. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Can't allow that kind of positioning, especially for a guy like Durant. He's so effective with his length inside.
And really one of the best assets of Sabonis is his mind for the game. Very aware on the offensive end, knows how to create chances, and just plays the game with his mind as much as his athleticism.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
His turnovers haven't helped their cause. It's almost as if he's playing for the other team.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. They kick it out to Green. Back to AI. Curry against Holiday. Curry gets the bucket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now here is Holiday. 20 points for him last game against San Antonio. Here's Green. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Green's got 5 now.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
There's the pass to Durant. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
As lanky as he is, you would think it'd be easy to throw Durant around or off balance, but nope. Even with contact, he'll still finish.
Green inside the three-point line, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
In this first period, they've been aggressive and extremely focused.
Well, that's put them up by double digits, trying to run away with this one wire to wire.
Took him no time at all on that one. Durant's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The rhythm and the poise that Durant has when getting ready to catch and shoot is second to none.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. And there it is for them.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pacers trail by 12. Got a piece of it. Curry kicks to AI. And Curry the bucket on the assist by AI. And it's 6 points for Steph Curry.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Inside, Jordan. That shot is off. Excellent D that time from Jones. Coach Kerr always focused on, Chris, what he calls the possession game. Turnovers and offensive rebounds.
Yeah, Kevin, when you think about it, for the Warriors, it's hard to believe, but they love making turnovers, and Coach, he's trying to control them giving extra possessions to the team, because when they do that, their defense and shot making still usually win out.
Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
I mean, he's built like a truck. Draymond easily able to finish through contact now with the chance to put the cherry on top.
Draymond Green at 6'7", seen as undersized coming out of Michigan State, but his 7'1" wingspan goes a long way.
Yeah, it goes a long way, along with working out and working hard as he does. I mean, he's averaged over a block a game for his career. You know, combined with his low center of gravity, it enables him to defend much bigger players, but also get on the wing and defend some guards.
For 3, Durant up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
He's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Taken away by Holiday. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Durant, no good. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Golden State. It's a 16-point game. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
For the life of sports, that's all you can do. Stay committed to your brand of basketball and let the chips fall where they may.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The Warriors shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here. Free throw good. Curry.
And it's a good sign when Curry's at the line. That means he's pushing the action, being aggressive, putting the referees in a tough position to make some tough calls.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And Durant gets it to go.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Warriors leading by 13. Curry looking around. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless. And this style of play can be hard to come back against.
Here's AI. And AI throws it down hard.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. We come back right after this. The Warriors, an elite team, obviously. Steph Curry talked to...
We're a marked team now, so every game we play is going to be, the game. And I like that challenge because it's going to bring the best out of us. If we're not 100% locked in and focused every night, we'll get exposed. But on the other hand, when we are locked in and ready to play every single night, we'll get every team's best shot, and hopefully we'll still come out on top and that'll be a good feeling. So I'm cool with it.
Yep, they welcome the challenge.
And that's where you want to be. They wouldn't have it any other way.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Always a good strategy. Get as many people involved as you can early on.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Jones is out there with Green. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's AI. And it's Evans in at the 2 guard. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the 76ers was a revelation. Just an incredible number of points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. I mean, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Oh, yeah. Once he got them on the ropes, he never let them off the hook. It was full-speed energy basketball at its greatest.
And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. You know, C-Web, every player wants to play in a system where what they do best is always highlighted. It brings out their strong points. What are some of the plays or actions that best suited your skills when you play?
One of the things that I needed was a great point guard. So whether it was Rod Strickland, whether it was Avery Johnson in Golden State, of course my man Jay Will, and that was guys that could get me the ball, that would trust, that would throw it up. Also, then that I could handle the ball, draw a double team, and get it out to them, and they could knock down the shot. Having a great shooter like Apasia would allow me to grab a double team and to look for him on the opposite side. So I needed teams that had great ball movement, that had players that could knock down the open shot, and then a team that could run, that allowed me to push the break or allow me to fill in the break and kind of do everything. Teams that would allow me to be positionless and not just be rigid or old in their ways and say, we play old traditional basketball that doesn't allow anyone to flourish with what they've been working on in the offseason.
Shots good by Durant.
I love the attacking mentality of Durant. Look, when he's in the zone, he finds a variety of ways to score buckets.
Here's AI. Poke loose. Now Durant. 26 points for him last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Yarebko, the pass to Durant, puts it up. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole.
Here's AI. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. AI's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Warriors. Here's Durant. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Here's AI. 9 for 9, looking deadly accurate. Like guys he cannot miss.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
Durant, wide open, he fires. No good on the triple. Golden State's gotten off 4 shots from 3-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Well, Andre Iguodala, an all-star in Philadelphia, and he has helped set the tone for the Warriors locker room ever since he accepted a reserve role back in 2014.
Man, can you believe he's never won 6th Man of the Year? But you can make the case he should win it every year with how much he means to this Warriors team.
And the Warriors making a change here.
Stephen Curry.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. To the paint, here's Green, and Green slams it in.
I like seeing Green take advantage and take charge with his scoring. It doesn't happen every game, but you see he can do it.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
And Green still plays with a chip on his shoulder. Should have never have fallen to the second round in the 2012 draft.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Indiana. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Kicks to Urebko. Back to Holiday. Indiana moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. And here's Bradley from 3. And no good. Evans with some nice D. AI passes to Green. And Durant sends it back.
Durant covers a ton of ground with his length, using his wingspan to wipe away shots.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, you're up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
And it's slammed in by Jones.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Pass to Curry. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Back to AI. And AI throws it down.
See, a lot of people don't recognize Curry for his entire offensive game. I mean, passing is a big part of what he gives them.
AI outside. Got it off in time. An amazing shot just barely beat the buzzer. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
Well, it comes down to talent, comes down to hustle. He's shown both in a big way so far.
Durant is out there with Urebko. Then there's Avery Bradley. Then it's Turner. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. That's the Pacers' 5. It's Durant on the wing. It's rebounded by Golden State. Jones has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. Well, while we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up, let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You got to love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
You look at AI, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now and beginning to pull away. Really effective play calling halfway through this.
Well, they figured out what's working, and that's what they're going to keep hammering on. Well, newsflash, the league has fallen hard for the three-pointer. Steph Curry, he breaks his own three-point shooting record year after year. No player epitomizes that more than Steph Curry, whether it's highlight-worthy heaves or setting records or winning titles. His long-range mastery has shifted the NBA landscape.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Jones trying to get open, and there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists in the game. Chris, I've heard someone say that Steph Curry's success was, to a degree, hurting the game because kids just want to shoot threes now. Do you buy that?
Well, I definitely understand what they meant. They meant that, you know, guys don't want to get the fundamentals, kids being that because they see the highlight of Steph Curry. And I think that's actually a compliment. When I played basketball, I would go right out and dunk. That didn't mean Dominique or Michael Jordan messed the game up. But definitely their dunk overshadowed kind of the basics of the game, and coaches were complaining back then. So that's all that means. But you see thousands of kids showing up early to games to watch Steph's ball handling drills. Steph is the best three-point shooter that the NBA has ever seen, and it shifted the dynamic of the NBA. I think, they understand how much work he puts into his overall games, and it's up for coaches at a young age to explain that.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now here's Durant. He's guarded by AI. Tipped away. Durant kicks to Jerebko. Here's Turner, and Jones sends it back.
Defensively, though, much improved here in the second half. They've limited the open looks, making them work for everything.
And the foul on Avery Bradley. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's AI. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, this is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Shots good by Durant. When it comes to video review, C-Web, do you feel the NBA has done a good job of incorporating it into the flow of the game, or is there, in your opinion, still some work to be done in this regard?
There's a little work to be done. I mean, nothing's ever perfect, but I think they've done a great job. I mean, you want to get it right, and so there's going to be a little bit of an inconvenience sometimes in going back to it. But the main thing for me is to make sure that it is as fast as possible, that you're not giving the team extra time to get together and to huddle up and to call plays. You're not taking the rhythm away from a team that just went on a 10-0 run, and now they have to sit on the side for 2 minutes in real time and see if this call is correct. So the speed that is done with the video review is the only thing I think that needs to be worked on, and that's going to be situation to situation. So I think the NBA is doing a really good job.
Good points. It's tipped, and that one's good. Green's got 8 points in the quarter.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
Well, I don't know what they talked about at halftime, but they found a weakness in the defense.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Jones. Young comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Livingston in for Evans. Great pass to set up the lay-in. 31 points for Kevin Durant.
They're going to be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
A nice shot by AI.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
And another steal for him. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease. And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hands.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. To the paint. And here we go. AI heading to the hoop. Another 3 for Golden State.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters, though.
And he gets the bucket. Durant's got 9 points here in the second half.
They lean on him for a big portion of their scoring with a good reason.
Here's AI. Good, that's another bucket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Warriors ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we'll be back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, they've got Jones. Steph Curry is out there with Evans. And it's Green. And it's AI in at the 3. And pushing it up is Golden State Warriors again in transition. And Evans throws it down hard.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean. Then he's off to the races.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to waste that effort. You want to cash in on these extra possessions. They certainly did that time.
They get the rebound. Here's Bullock. Evans with some nice D.
Wow, he just does everything right there except hit the layup.
Jones, no one around him. Another 3 for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Bullock passes to Sabonis. Back to Bullock. Durant deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 5. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
The finish, and AI throws it down.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
They've come in with the great overall strategy, the right attitude, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Sinks the three-pointer. That's 36 points for Kevin Durant.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
AI battles through traffic and lays it in.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Oh, I know this feeling. They're in that special zone where you feel untouchable. They haven't missed in a while.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Now, here's Bullock. Tight defense on him. Here's Oladipo. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant.
And you can't leave someone open around Durant. He keeps his eyes up, makes a play for his teammate.
AI in the post, defended by Durant, and another one.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Oladipo finds Jordan. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. And Jordan sends it back.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
Curry, good.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kevin Durant. Not too long ago, C-Web, triple-doubles were widely celebrated. Now you see much more of them all over the league. What's been the change there, do you think?
I think the change has been the style of play and the removal of the big man. Being that there are no longer a slew of 7-footers in there rebounding, guards can come in there and do some amazing things in rebounding. And I'm amazed with Westbrook coming in and rebounding over the 7-footers. You also have better spacing, and so if I'm a one-on-one player, I get past my guy, I can trust that if I throw it to a wide-open shooter now, because of the way that we've drawn the defenses in, there may be a few more open open looks. And so I still respect it. I still respect the energy, the focus, the fact that you have to be all over the floor to do it. But, you know, besides the fact that there's longer threes taken, or besides the fact that there's more small lineups, I still think it's a feat to be respected, even though we're seeing an increase in denial.
Bullock with it. He's against Evans. Outside for Durant. 2 on the clock. Sinks the three-pointer. Durant's got 41.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for AI.
He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double?
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And again, the turnover by the Pacers.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Curry kicks to AI. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 68 points for AI. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Here's Durant on target from 13 feet. Durant's got 43 points.
It's easy to see why Durant is a feared player. I mean, when he's feeling himself, he takes pleasure in sticking it in the defender's face.
Here's AI. Good, another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need...
AI, good timing. Shaq and Kenny have a few questions for you back in the studio.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Right through here.
See you guys. Thank you.
Hi, this is Shaq. Your performance tonight? Oh, heavenly. One of the best I've seen in a long time. What allowed you to dominate with your scoring the way you did?
Oh, man, I just try to stay active and engaged. Flash the open shots, be aggressive out there on the floor. My teammates did a great job, setting me up to succeed, and they opened up lanes and opportunities, and tonight I was able to capitalize.
That's why they call you the big capitalization. Great game, AI.
They call me that? Okay. Thanks, man. See ya.
I was pleased to see you took it to Durant and the boys the other night, sir.
I'm the real MVP now, Spinelli.
Always have been in my book, sir.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
Downtown Oakland looking majestic from high above as we welcome you to tonight from just down the road at Oracle. And before we...
Well, guys, we know how dominant the Warriors are, but we also know that turnovers remain their Achilles heel. Now, Steve Kerr says sometimes the game comes too easy for our guys. They think they can do anything. We just have to keep it simple. The simple leads to the spectacular. And as the simple reporter, I send it back to the spectacular Kevin Harlan.
DA, thank you. And by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. And at this point of the season, Clark, we can see which teams have the better depth, the better bench. If you would talk about the importance of having a strong bench over the long haul.
For contending teams, I think it's a difference maker because it allows you to work through the length of the season in a more measured way, which gives your key players rest. You spread out the minutes over more players, so that tends to lend itself to freshness as you get ready for the playoffs. I don't know if you can overstate the value of a quality bench when you're a team that's expected to. Talk about bringing the heat, the thunder, and the lightning on that pound. Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
And aggressive defense causing the mistake, then cashing in.
Yeah, that's a momentum changer for sure. You got to like the steal and the finish at the other end. That's the thing, paying that steal off with the finish.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
At the elbow, it's AI. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And, you know, Spencer Dinwiddie appeared to come out of nowhere, played in college at Colorado, got hurt right before he was drafted, but he's an outstanding competitor who does all of the little things it takes to win. I mean, you watch him play, and it's easy to see why he earns a coach's trust on the floor.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. AI kicks to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Nice shot by Evans.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Yeah, and you know it, Greg. Oftentimes, you get that first one to drop and your confidence rises like yeast. It's good to get into a rhythm at the start of the game, no doubt.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
And the pass to Harris. Here's LeVert. A three-pointer, no good. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. In the second half of February now, the power rankings have lots of statistical analysis to pull from. Look at Milwaukee. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for Golden State, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some people say they're playing above their heads. I think we're just starting to realize how good this team is.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. They get a hand on it. Harris, right side. It's deflected. One-on-one fast break. Here's Jones, and he lays it straight in. Jones has got his first 2 points of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Harris looking it over. Jones against Allen. 6 on the shot clock. And even 3-on-3 break. And Allen with the block. They retain possession. AI kicks to Evans. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. From beyond the arc. And AI gets it to go on the assist by Green. AI's got 9. And guys, Kenny Atkinson, a coach who has a knack for player development.
Yeah, he does, and the players' improvement on this Nets team speaks to that. I mean, Atkinson has done a terrific job of improving his young players. Also gets the most out of the veterans and teaches them new skills and approaches to their game, which endears them to the players and helps his team.
Chance now to check out the NBA's most efficient scorers. You look at AI. Leading the league in field goal percentage, he always gets good looks.
He is a finisher, plain and simple. That field goal percentage just absolutely jumps out at you. It borders on astonishing. And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Evans. He's averaging 10 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go. I like what I'm seeing right now.
And Allen with the block. Poke loose. Jones kicks to AI. And there's another turnover by the Warriors. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Well, you know, they swept the season series a year ago. The expectation is they'll do the same thing again this time around.
And the basket by Harris.
Hey, the unselfishness there by Dinwiddie, you love it. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
And there's 1:45 left to play in the first. Floats it up for AI.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Nets trail by 11. Dinwiddie kicks to Williams. Knocks it loose. Shot clock at 6. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Another shot. The shot by Williams, no good.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Here's Evans, and the dunk by Evans.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb, and the execution even better.
And that's 4 turnovers for him here in the first quarter alone. He's got to snap out of it.
He's trying to do too much. TMI, too much instinct. Just relax. Let the game come to you. Play in the flow. Stay within yourself.
And it's out of bounds. Last touched by Allen. And it's the Warriors with the ball. And AI gets it to go.
He's been on the roll this quarter, really leading the way for his team right now.
Nets trail by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
It's stolen by Green. Here's Evans. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Evans has got 7 points in the game. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to LeVert. The dish to Allen. Just 4 to shoot. Lets a floater go, and Jones sends it back. The Warriors, another fast break opportunity here.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this. One of the most demonstrative players in the game, Draymond Green, speaks of...
That's all defense is. It is effort. It's the effort to want to communicate. It's the effort to take that one extra step to help someone. It's an effort to move up.
Well, and he should know, a former Defensive Player of the Year.
You know, he just takes pride in being their anchor defensively. And if he's not seeing that effort, he's going to let you know about it.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Pacers was terrific. Just a staggering number of points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet stuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well.
They've got Jones. Evans out there with Steph Curry. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's AI in at the 3 spot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. A lot of coaches out there, Clark, wear their emotions very prominently on their sleeve. Others take the calm, cool approach as a player. Was there a particular style that you preferred?
Yeah, my preference was cool, calm, be direct, be firm, but not necessarily overly emotional. And in my short stint with the Pacers, Jack McKinney was more of the cool and calm approach. He was excitable, but a little bit even-keeled. George was a little more emotional, but still, I enjoyed playing for both of them because I think I was clear in that they were trying to get the best out of me and the best out of the team.
Good way to look at it. Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Tyson Chandler is checked in for Damian Jones. Young comes in for Draymond Green, and it's Livingston in for Evans. Portis, the pass to Harris. And the shot is good. Harris has got 5 points in the quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
AI in the post. Harris is there. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Knocked away. AI dishes to Curry. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Pushing it up. Golden State moving it around. Pass to Evans. AI outside. And AI throws it down hard.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Well, they're scorching right now. I mean, the defense has to be concerned. Nothing they're doing is stopping this run.
Napier with it. AI picks him up. Here's Musa. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 5 on the clock. Will it go? And Curry pulls it down. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. They host the Clippers after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
Pass to Kavanaugh. Harris finds Napier. Curry brings the double. 1:58 left to play here in the second quarter. AI passes to Jones. And here is Harris. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers. AI dishes to Curry, and it's good for 2. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
And Curry certainly is clever and crafty. Trickery is part of his arsenal when he gets inside. I mean, I like seeing him do his thing close to the basket.
And it's Green with the jam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Magic. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, Brooklyn, 7 games back.
And right now for Brooklyn, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Hey, they're amongst a big group fighting for the bottom few playoff seeds, and that's going to continue all the way through the end of the season. I think they'll get in, but it won't be easy. Well, I liked the first quarter he had. I mean, and I'm loving the second quarter even more. Playing with a lot of momentum right now.
Napier with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. They just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
The pass to Kavanaugh. Down low, Harris. The teardrop falls in. Harris has got 15 points.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
AI in the post, guarded by Harris. Jones kicks to AI. Another 3 for Golden State.
Evan, there's no stopping him right now. I mean, he's locked in this quarter. This defense has to get the ball out of his hand.
Harris outside. To the middle. Here's Kavanaugh. Count it. Good.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
AI outside. It could go. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
And you know what, Greg? He's showing no signs of slowing down now. This game has been all him, and he's been a force.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. They've got Harris. Shabazz Napier out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Kavanaugh in at the 4 slot. Left side, Harris fires for 3. No basket. That's his 5th miss in 11 attempts from the floor. Bobbed up there for Green. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
A chance to check out AI here. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Napier passes to Kavanaugh. And it's the Golden State Warriors turning it over again. Moving it up. And Jones with the stuff.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Brooklyn with the ball. We know star power is critical, Clark, but when you look at the great bench players, what distinguishes them in your estimation?
A couple of things, Kevin, when you talk about outstanding role players. One is not only do they accept their role, they embrace it. They thrive in it. They really relish it. It could be impacting the game defensively or impacting it with energy and offensive rebound. Sometimes it's a designated scorer who comes off the bench to just inject offense. Lou Williams as a 6th man.
Sure.
Vinnie Johnson when he was with the Pistons. I mean, there are a number of guys. John Havlicek, his great Hall of Fame career was pretty much started as a 6th man. So a number, Kevin McHale and so forth. You can go down the list, but they impact the outcome with some aspect or aspects of their game, which is awesome to see.
Just 2 to shoot from deep. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And if you want to drive your coach crazy, this is a good place to start.
Really, exactly. I mean, in what world is that a good shot? You tell me. I mean, he's got to feel bad and embarrassed about that one. No reason to take that shot.
Dinwiddie kicks to Williams. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Great open look there. Harris has got 18 points in the game.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Knocked loose. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. And Jones with the stuff.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation. Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Knocks it loose. And another steal for him.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end.
And how about the fast hands and then getting right out in transition?
Well, turning defense into offense, Greg. Outstanding effort there. Swiped it away with ease, and off they went.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
You know, Karis LeVert came into the league as a scoring wing, but has changed into a playmaker. I mean, he developed into a primary ball handler out of necessity, and it's a role he's thrived in. He attacks the defense and can finish at the rim himself or find teammates. No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode. I tell you, he's beating up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
Dinwiddie passes to Williams. Now here is Harris. He's guarded by AI. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Evans dishes to AI. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got his 5th assist in this one. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. And LeVert has described his game as constantly evolving, something backed up as his transition from wing to simply playmaker.
Yeah, he's a high character, high quality young man, and he's gone through a ton of injuries going back to his days at Michigan, getting more and more comfortable with the ball in his hands because he's a guy that can make plays, and I think his game is just going to continue to grow as the years pass.
And mistakes, guys, this quarter have translated to 9 points at the other end.
Sloppy play really costing them, Greg. Much of their problems have been self-induced.
And AI throws it down.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Brooklyn's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Williams looking around. Here's Harris over AI. Harris, no good.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those days. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes it's just not working for you. Yep, he's their leading scorer, Kevin, in this game, and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Evans. 9 seconds left to play in the third. Knocked away. Over to the wing. And a wide open look for A. Connects again from distance.
And with every three-pointer made now, he comes closer to that top spot.
You know he wants it. He's been drilling threes all season and is well within striking distance. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Warriors ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Evans. Green is out there with AI. Then it's Curry, and it's Jones in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Allen kicks to Dinwiddie. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Goes up off the inbound, and Harris lays it up and in. Harris has got 14 points now in the second half.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Jones finds Evans. Here's AI. Good, that's another bucket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
In the corner, it's Harris. No one near him. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Harris has got 4 this quarter.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
They double-team Curry. Tipped away and stolen by AI. He feeds it to Curry. AI passes to Green, And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Commissioner Adam Silver believes, Clark, that the NBA will see its first female head coach sooner than later. What do you think?
I think it'll happen. I'm not sure exactly if it'll be sooner. I think it'll be a little time because the pipeline, I think, has to be established to where you have some candidates. And you very well could have candidates now that may not have coached in the NBA that could possibly move into a head coaching role. But I think the progression to that would require, I think, more female assistant coaches before there's a comfort level with moving in that direction from an owner standpoint.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Warriors with possession here. Here's Golden State. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's Curry, and again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. For three, Harris. And the Nets miss again. And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Left side, Harris. Allen kicks to Dinwiddie. Here's LeVert. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And I think that's got to affect your mental game. I mean, missing open shots like that, unacceptable, and it'll probably mess with your head a little bit, too.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless, really getting beat up, physically and emotionally.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And stolen by AI. And AI throws it down.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Yeah, it looks too easy for them. Almost looks too easy for them, I should say, Greg. I mean, their chemistry really, really at a high level.
And here we go. AI heading to the hoop. And AI throws it down.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Well, they're scorching right now. I mean, the defense has to be concerned. Nothing they're doing is stopping this run.
The Nets working the ball around now. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game one has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for AI.
You know, getting a triple-double isn't easy because I never had one of those, but somehow he made it look easy, just showing you how versatile his game is.
Free throw good, AI. And both free throws good for AI. Here's Dinwiddie. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Poked away and stolen by AI. Now running up the court, Evans trying to push it up. That's tipped, and he gets it back. And AI throws it down. It's the Nets now. To the paint. Out to Harris. Fires for three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
From deep three-point range, and that one drops.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense.
I'm pretty sure this one's going on my highlight reel, guys. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Great game, guys. AI, you got a second?
Yeah, what's up, Charlie?
Guys in the studio have a few questions for you.
All right.
Media alcove right this way.
Thank you.
Hey, Shaq here. As a team, you controlled the pace tonight, seized the advantage, never really let them back in it. What was your collective mindset while trying to protect that lead?
Well, we wanted to make sure we kept a work rate really high, you know. We didn't allow ourselves to feel comfortable. Closing out games in the NBA, man, it's never easy. As soon as you take your foot off the pedal, that lead disappears. So credit to our guys for staying focused and not letting that happen. Here you go.